today's topic is going to revolve around researches and how we can optimize our progress there. This guide is mainly for newer players that aren't so familiar with the game's mechanics. So, with that said, researches are introduced to us really early in the game from the story quests that I can't show you right now because I completed them. But those story quests require you to do a few researches in production, city defense, and military. Uh, and then when you complete them, it comes the question, what do you do now? So generally, you would want to upgrade your expeditions and to get T4s. So my recommendation is to first max out your expedition tree so you can get more damage against rebel leaders, unlock higher level rebel leaders, and make your rebel leader kills just better to help out yourself and your alliance more. Uh, so that's one tree you should be maxing when you're starting the game. The other one you should be working on is the military tree to unlock the T4 troops. Uh, it used to be quite hard in the beginning of the game to unlock those, but nowadays it's a lot easier because there are more events that give you different kinds of speed ups. There are those research nodes, and it's just much easier right now. So for military, you need the production tree maxed out without the diamond prospecting part of it. But uh, what you should do is not to upgrade the military tree as far as you can, then go back to production, do a few here, and then go and max military to wherever you can. It's much better to first max production so you can be generating more resources, so you can gather faster, etc. And then go for the military researches. So after you unlocked the T4 troops and have your expedition max, what do you want to focus on? Generally, it's a great idea to get your refinement researches upgraded, because when you get your T4s, for sure you will have a few items at gold, a few equipment items, so you can get some battle stats, some stats like research speed, construction speed, training speed from refinement. So maxing out this tree is going to be quite beneficial, maybe except the batch planning part of it. But overall, refinement is a tree that you want to max out or nearly max out to badge master. Another important thing is to not take the bait as most of us did and leave the wall researches, the city defense and the advanced defense researches as they are. Don't max them, they won't help you in any way. So with that said, let's say that you have your production maxed, your military maxed, your expeditions maxed, your refinement also maxed. So what do you do then? Then you kind of have to decide what you want to do with your castle. First off, you can be a rally leader or a rally tank, meaning that you will be a bigger account. So in order to play like that, you should you should have 8 marches, which you can get from what was that, advanced military. So here you have deployment limit +1, here's another one. and the last was from formations, I think. I'm not sure. I'm not sure where the last one was. Yeah, in formations, a bit further down the research line, you have your eighth deployment. So eighth deployment are quite necessary for a big account. So I would recommend to work on them as well, because along the way you will get some total stats, you will get your formations unlocked, which is also something quite important, and all kinds of buffs that will make your life easier. Another thing that you might want to focus on is the iron defense. So you may say that earlier I mentioned that you shouldn't be working on your wall and your defenses, but here it's a bit different, because the last part of the iron defense gives you 3 million maximum defense troops, which is huge. Instead of defending with 12 million troops, you'll be defending with 50 million. So it's worth to get that iron defense 3 maxed out. And lastly, you should want to work your progress in the T5 tree. My progress isn't good at all, but it's quite expensive, so if you can't afford it, just do it slowly. But what I can recommend is to work to get the Ancient Foundry and start producing weapons just to stack them in your inventory, if I can say it like that, because when you unlock T5s, you have a lot of weapons ready to promote your T4 troops to T5 troops. So that's about the bigger rally leagues and rally traps and that kind of accounts. The other researches are not mandatory at all. It's up to you how to do them, or whether to do them at all. So the other type of accounts are the zero castles. So what do you need for a zero castle? For a zero castle, one thing that it's good to have are at least the two basic formations. So from the two basic formations, then you would like to get the hospital capacity upgraded, because your hospital capacity kind of tells you how many troops you can have at your castle, so you can blank out anytime if needed. So having a bigger hospital capacity will increase that number. And to be honest, you shouldn't, if you're going to play Zero Castle, you shouldn't be rushing any of the other researches. You can take your time with them. You can do them during events like Lord of Lords, for example. And something I learned a while back was that the advanced military researches, they have the best point to time ratio in the game. That means that you get the most points per minute of research. So if you want to have a better ranking in Lord of Lords, you can do advanced military researches. Also, finally, the final tip I wish I knew when I was doing my researches is to never or hardly ever use your normal speed ups on any researches. That's just pointless, because you will need those to train troops, for example, or to heal your troops. While research speed ups you can get from everywhere, and you don't have to rush them. Actually, you can be perfectly fine without rushing. So this can save you a couple of headaches along the way if you save your normal speed ups instead of using them on researches. So that's about it. I hope this little guide was helpful to you, and until next time.